Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got Lila out here in the garden today. It is the 6th of April. It's not really that cold. I think we're probably in the 50s right now. Moving up, we're supposed to get a bunch of rain roll through tonight, but it's good enough. And we're gonna sow some carrots, some parsnips, and some salsify. And that's what's going on at Noah's house. Okay, so I'm using a new tool. I was turned on by this tool by John Steed at Homesteading Down Under. He's in Tasmania. If you haven't watched, I'll leave a link to him below. He uses this tool. I did get this tool off of Amazon, so it's definitely not as good as the tool he has. But anyways, I figured, you know, we got some decent weather. Move my coffee out of the way. The weather's picking up. Things are nice. Uncovered the beds, pulled the plastic off the straw I had on there, and this stuff's looking good. So I figured, you know, I'm getting kind of late. Let's put in some carrots. I have no luck with carrots. I grew really good carrots about 12 or 13 years ago. Ever since then, I've grown baby carrots, which come to find, that's not really a variety. But anyways, I have some holdovers from last year, which would still be good. Some Nantes, some Tender Sweet. And this year I also have a new one. Hi, Lila. Parisian. They're little stubby guys. Little stubby French carrots, I'm guessing. I'm also, now that I thought about it, I'm going to plant some broad beans today. And then I also have this stuff, which I'm so intrigued with. Salsify. Now, another spot where I may put the salsify, but I read about it, I heard about it, and got very intrigued. They say it's a root that tastes like a oyster. Who wouldn't want to grow that? So anyways, I say anyways a lot. I've noticed that in editing my videos up. I got this. I'm going to make tiny little furrows. And also, it always says like a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch. Well, I never know what that is. So I made a little 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and 1 inch thing. Just so I could see around about where I need to be. That's about it. I also made some compost mixture of some rotted horse manure, homemade compost, and some leaf mold, and some bulk bought organic compost. I sifted it pretty fine, and I'm going to probably put that over the top, tamp it down. Been watching some more carrot sowing videos, and this bed this year I think we're going to be good. I'm excited. That's all I can say, is I'm pretty excited. So I'm going to put some furrows in this with this nice little tool, the Hoe Me, and put a little water down there, put my seed, little cover, little tamp, more water. Let's get to it. Okay, I make some nice lines. I was going to get a string because I always get crooked lines. I didn't bring up the string. And I figured, you know. Also, I'm trying to be more organized this year. Made some markers. So we can know what we're doing, where it's at. Okay, we got our furrows. We got some plant markers. Got our little tongue depressor thing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows, and I have 5 varieties of seed. I'm going to see after I sow them. This is the only new 2022 seed. I'm going to see after I sow them where I planted the radishes in the hoop. I may put some other stuff over there, or I might turn that into the parsnip bed. Anyways, there it is again. I have, like I said, an awful time. Just awful growing carrots. But I'm more organized this year, and I really want to try to really be a better gardener. So, and I'm sowing in these beds This was the first bed I made last year. So let's get to it. All right, that's the first guy in. That's the little finger. And I actually forgot to do something that I wanted to do. I wanted to actually moisten it before I put the seed in. So I'm going to do that now with the other 5 rows. And that first row we're just not going to do. All right, so who was that guy? I don't want these seed packets to get real wet because, well, I just don't. All right, well, I'm going to get to sowing these guys. Okay, they're all in. I can guarantee I sowed them way too heavy. Why? Because I always do. So now, taking a little from Mark from Self-Sufficient Me, he always does his carrots, then he covers them with some fine soil, pats them down, waters them in. So I'm going to try that this year. Like I said, I really got no frame of reference for doing this right because I've never had a bumper carrot crop. Okay, we got that on there. We're going to firm it down, water it in. Okay, well, everything I read about carrots states to not let them dry out for good germination. That's going to be my goal this year. But we still are going to have some cold days in the 30s, some frost. And I'm going to put the black plastic back over here, put some rocks on the side, and that way I can check it out every day, keep it moist. Hopefully the black plastic will warm everybody up. We'll keep everybody going. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put some plastic on it. Then we're going to find another spot to put some parsnips and salsify in. Salsify. Salsify. Okay. Reason I'm doing that because I watched a few videos. People put their carrot seeds down, they water them in, they tamp them down, then they put a board on top. And they seem to have a real good go at it like that. I don't have a board big enough. I'm sure I could make one. But I'm thinking that this black plastic is going to do the same thing. If it doesn't, then, well, we'll punt and we'll come up with something else. On to the parsnips and salsify. Now on the parsnips. I did read the packet. I've been doing this a lot this year. Actually reading the packet instead of just assuming. So these are going to be thinned out. It says more. I'm probably not going to thin them out as far as it's saying. And it's also saying to spread out the rows a lot more. I've got a good bit of seed, and I have 2 types. One's a carryover from last year. So I'm just thinking in this bed, I'm going to do 2 rows. And I'm going to do the same thing. I picked this raised bed. I've been trying to pick things that are they're not going to grow up real tall. I'll grow the real tall things in the back. This is facing south. This way, south. Anyways, I'm going to put 2 rows of parsnips in here, and just to see how they grow. If they grow really good, next year, you know. And in the middle here, I can plop in a bunch of lettuce because I had a lot of lettuce started. So let's get that done. Tiny worm. There's the parsnips. I have Harris, something white from Baker Creek Seeds, and these were from Agway, carryover from last year. But I'm happy with that, and then I have this whole center where I can put lettuce, maybe some basil, some other herbs. I got to see who. I did read something last year. I planted the parsnips right next to the carrots. Neither of them grew well. Where I tried to do this crowd planting. I'm not going to thin it all. Did not work. It was terrible. But I read a thing that said parsnips don't like to be planted by carrots. So now they're spread out. It said 2 feet in between rows, which is the first time I actually paid attention to the seed pack. But I'm going to cover this back up with black plastic as well. They're watered in pretty good. I'm going to check them daily, make sure they don't dry out. So do that, and then salsify. Oh, I didn't use my sifted compost because I amended these beds right before winter. I did them in autumn, and this was pretty loose and pretty nice. So that's why I didn't do that. Plus, I forgot how big parsnip seeds actually are. Salsify. Now onto some salsify. Never planted this stuff before. Never even tasted it. I was going to put carrots in here, but I didn't. These were the radish, if you remember from another video that I planted. And then we had a super cold snap, like down into the teens. About 85% made it. The ones on this side I'm not messing with. They seem to be coming back a little more. Those were the wasabi radish. But I did do some from seed over there. But I'm going to put the salsify in between here because technically, this radish, they should be coming out soon enough. The salsify's got a long growing season. It says sprout 7 to 21 days. Space of plants 4 to 6 inches apart. I'm going to sow them definitely heavier than that, then thin them out. Frost hardy, yes. Sun. This is a European native heirloom, tasty in soups and stews or cooked alone. Also called oyster plant. But this bed, I was thinking of amending those beds, but like I said, I just did it in fall. The one I put the carrots in, looking at it, maybe I should have, but I think it's going to be good. So I'm going to get down with salsify. Okay, very strange looking seeds. I don't know if I'm focusing in on that or not. They're like long, little, spindly, very weird. I am going to cover these with some of my compost sifted mixture. that's Salsify. I'm you ever first time growing something weird you never heard of, and then I can't even remember, it was some YouTube channel something, but it came up, I never heard of it. I looked it up. Half of my family is from the mountains of West Virginia. They're a bunch of hillbillies, and my great grandmother had a huge garden, twice as big as mine, easily. And for all I know, she could have grown it when I was a kid, but I never paid attention. But yeah, that's Salsify. Let me pat this down. This tool is a little perplexing to me. I just never really used it yet. But I'm hoping them radishes come up soon. Have some radish. That'll be the first thing of the season. Other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put some fava beans. I'm going to put them in grow bags along that fence back there. But you guys know how beans are planted. I'm going to pluck them in. I'm going to water them up. And then I am going to put some straw over them, just because. But these, I've been so excited. And yesterday I thought, wait, I didn't plant my root crops yet. So I'm pretty happy about that. I can't wait to see what comes up. I did get very strange seeds. I don't know if they were supposed to go in like this. I just kind of laid them flat. It says sow to 6 inches. I sowed them pretty heavy. I'll actually follow the planting instructions for a change when they come up. Not if, when they come up. But hey, thanks for coming along today. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Look out for a whole bunch more different videos coming out. Pipe videos, RV videos. If you guys have watched a couple RV videos I put out, you've seen that I have a lot of work. There was a water leak. There was a whole thing. Walls were ripped out. But I do have most of the material to fix it now, to fix the roof, to fix some things. So watch out for those videos. Watch out for more gardening videos, because like I said, it is April. So things are going to start heating up. No pun intended. But hey, that's what's going on at Noah's house today. Thanks for watching. Bye.